Okay, so let's do this. There. Yo, so here I am again. Let's see if we get any more people coming in. There you go. Right, I am here. There you go. It is I, Leclerc. The rabbit is loose and out of its cage. Oh, I think I'll just switch off now, Liz, then. Thank you for coming back, Liz. You're always very welcome here. No, just for fun, I'm here to bring the comfy chair and the fluffy cushions. And if you don't know that, you don't know where that's from, well, you don't know good comedy. My main weapon is surprise and fear. No, that's my two main weapons, surprise and fear. Dudley Do Right. Oh, okay, let's see who's on here. Let's see, participants. Hey, Ladybug. Oh, Liz, you're finally here. Oh, brilliant. You're finally awake. Come, hold on. This is my hand. If you watch Game of Thrones, you know that there. How you doing, Ladybug? Thank you for coming and joining us on this channel. Well, so good to see you. So you have, and it is a pleasure to see you here. You are very welcome here. This is a channel with no drama and just decent chat and talk. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes. It is true, we do not have any of that, and if any of that does start, I don't care who it is, it stops. We do not have any of that. We do not have we can have disagreements, sure, but there'd be no backfighting, there'd be no fighting, there'd be absolutely no foul language within reason, and there'd be certainly no thing. And anybody does that is simply booted out without no warning. I don't care. I'm not caring. Hey, Lotus Flower, how are you doing? Wow. Oh my God, this is brilliant. Do we need to? Do we have a topic? No, I think this because this is the first one. I think anything is free. Wow, this is fucking brilliant. Wow, well done. Wow, this is really cool. Thank you. You know, it's only little guys, but yeah, wow, brilliant. Really pleased to see you here. So yeah. Um. So have people been? Well, you know, listen. For a small channel like this, and it is a small channel, anybody comes in is very welcome, and I'll make as welcome as possible. You're in my virtual house, and you should always treat a guest with respect. You know, that's the way I see it. But if you foul my virtual house, you get chucked out. So you make it your bloody self, Liz. Or what do you think I am, giving away free cups of tea and coffee? Cool, mate. So, question: has anybody been watching my videos that have been posted, and which ones have struck a chord with you? You know, it could be anyone's videos from. And what do you think, Lois Vale? Which one do you think? Which one hits you the most? Well, that doesn't matter. This is always plenty of time. They're always on there. None have been taken down or off. So thank you, Ladybug. That would be, you know, that would be a great help. I'm going down many different avenues at the moment with this whole channel. It's going to be, what I'm planning to do. I'll tell you what I'm planning to do is to do just keep the discussion side too. This is the main point, but also because I'm taking a history degree at the moment, I'm going to do a side thing about involving local legends and ghosts and see if the history behind them is real. And also, I'm planning to do about celebrities, discussions about celebrities too. I plan to do these absolutely sober. But Lotus Flow, you think the mental health? Yeah, I'm planning to do the blog about the mental health, and I treat that with respect because this is what I'm suffering from too. Also, what I've got in my Discord channel, I've actually got a mental health chat, and that is only available to people I invite, or to my admin, which is Liz. So if you want to chat privately about it, we can chat privately about it, and it won't go any further. Nobody else would listen to it. It'd only be the people that are there, that like me and Liz, and the other person. Yeah. Oh yeah, the ghosts. Mm, well, I want to do the ghosts because the county I live in is one of the oldest in England, and I mean, my parents are not English at all. They're from the north, and so I've lived in the north too. If the sports come up, they'll come up in discussion. They won't come up in like who's the best football team because I won't have any of that. It'll be more like why do sports stars earn so much? Things would be like that, relatable things. So yeah, so nothing like that. Thank you very much, Lotus. I really do hope that people do like these. Because I'm trying to pick things that I like, obviously, and I know a little bit about, but I'm also picking things that I could learn a bit more about too. If you get my meaning, we need to take it from there. Yeah, exactly. Why do we pay celebrities so much money? Why should they expect so much money? I mean, they go, "Oh, we work, we do this." Listen, I used to help my mate run a pub. I worked 80 or 90 hours a week, you know? What do they do? They sit on their fat arse eating chocolate. Come on. There's got to be, we need to talk about these things. Why do we, and also, the celebrities get so much money when you've got nurses working 12, 14, 16-hour shifts. We've got doctors who are doing the same. We've got soldiers giving up their lives. And what do they get? Firemen who go up and save people. All right, yeah, teachers too, yes. All these people, you know, it's a good point, and hopefully we'll do a video about this. Yeah, the big bugs. Get the, we'll do a video about this type of thing. Exactly. And also another video thing I'm going to do is why does the media and press force these people onto us when they are 100% worse people than we are? Yes, even them. We should get these things and talk about it there. 100%. But like I said, this is not a channel for any fighting or anything. Anybody is welcome as long as they bring a valid point of view. And if they stray off that point of view and have a go at people, they get taken away, booted straight off. Yes, exactly too. Well, since I'm doing this channel, I could be classified as an influencer too, and YouTubers. So I think we can leave that one alone, Lotus. That'd be an oxymoron. Hopefully, Brian is going to join us. Hold on. Yeah, so we're going to leave those influencers and YouTubers alone because it'd be like shooting my own feet off, wouldn't it? Because let's face it, once you do these things, you do get big ideas in your head, and you think, "Oh, I could earn loads and loads of money." It does. We know it doesn't work like that, but your brain thinks it. Yeah. So hopefully, too, I'm going to continue doing my mental health blog. Is I'm being really truthful. I had to do that about 5 or 6 times. I've had interruptions, and I kept on. Yeah, it started to hit me too. So hopefully I'm going to get another one done in it. It will be done in the next couple of days. And as well, what I said to my friends, I said if it helps one person, that's brilliant. If it hits home to them, and if it helps them, and if they listen to it, and it does really help them, fantastic. I just like I just wanted to see if they could help people, help somebody. You know, I used to get a chalkboard rubber thrown at me at school once. So yeah, I got it thrown at my head. There's a teacher called Chalky. Hey Laura, how you doing? Good to see you. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Lady Laura. That's her name now. We also call her. She calls me Sir Paul. I call her Lady Laura. Like I said, she's always 100% welcome here. Hey, proper chat. Let's have you here at the stream. Hey Liz,
Well, hello, Paul. How are you?
I am good, and you?
I am fine now that I'm awake.
Yes, I was wondering where you were. I don't thinking, no, no, I had to. I was live and I took it off and the thing, but welcome everybody to the discussion salon.
I see Miss Laura would like a May West.
Oh, May West, yes. Will I be doing regular live stream? Yeah, we'll be doing regular live streams, Ladybug. Well, the thing is, what my plan is, we do regular live streams about certain topics. So we choose a topic and it'll be talked about. So one of the topics, I'm sure Liz would like to do, like, what was one of the topics you'd like to discuss, Liz?
I need to finish looking at the new VA changes that they're doing because, as far as I'm concerned, the VA has been very good to like my family.
Yeah.
So
Okay. No, no, no. But it'd be things like that. Yeah, definitely. But today's just more about. It's just about feeling things out and just having a good time and talking. And what do you think, Liz?
I think that's awesome because that way we get everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
You know.
make it a true conversation.
Mm. And it gets.
And go ahead.
No, no. You carry on first. That was my fault. Sorry.
I was gonna say we're still gonna go still some amethyst.
Yeah. I'll pay for your plane ticket. How was that? Yeah. What the thing is, Ladybug? This is just like a welcome and making feel people like they're wanted here. I don't want anybody. Do you know what? She really has, and that is why having her on here is like having liquid gold.
Well, I appreciate it and thank you. It's
And
taken many of years to
yeah,
get this way.
and you can repay her kindness in amethysts. Just send her
Yes.
amethysts over. Not just any amethysts, the crown jewel amethysts. She wants the shiny.
I have all of my inbound so you guys can hear me. It's up to 200%.
Wow.
I can learn to turn my head and speak at the mic. Let me eat my mic. How's that?
Yeah, okay then. Okay, let me get a thing for okay, backstage. Okay, backstage, oh yes. Hey dude, how's it going?
Now everybody can tell us who to adjust volume
Yep,
wise.
I did invite you on, Bear Brian. Hold on.
Unmute Brian.
I knew Brian. I haven't muted him.
No, you cannot be heard.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Are you working your mouse from the couch?
Who?
Is that better?
We
Yes,
hear
it
you.
is. Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Am I coming in loud and clear?
Loud and clear, Roger, Wilco, and Trevor.
And I did hear you, Liz. Lizzie, I am working the mouse from the couch.
Yeah.
Double click that mouse.
Well, do you know what? For a small channel, really, because mine is a small channel, 9 people watching, is bloody excellent. So, thank you everybody for being here.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the YouTube. And hello, everybody in the chat. Lotus Flower, just for fun. Laura, hello, everyone. I'm only seeing your picture on the YouTube stream. But hold on, that's just me. Hold on. I see what I did there. You know, I need technical help from time to time. Okay, that's better.
There you go.
I would have to sign out and put mine on and pop back in.
So I did hear you saying, it's kind of explaining about what the channel's all about. That's really good stuff you got going there,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Today's just about making feel like people welcome,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going to be no heavy stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And Nick Volt's in the house too. Well,
yeah.
hello,
See,
Nick.
Nick. Yep. This is the truth. Nick can tell you this. Now, me and Nick had a small tete-on-tete, small falling out because of over. Well, we're not getting into it because it's all past, but we eventually just ended up chatting one day, and I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like to do this channel. He can tell you, and he goes, "Yeah, that'd be a good idea." And this is this channel taking root. This is all part of talking to Nick.
I heard a
You know?
cigar being lit.
No, that was I was changing my ceiling fan setting,
Oh,
and so that's what that was.
sounds like a
So
lighter
Nick,
for a cigar.
so yep. So Nick, would you like to
No,
come up? Would you like to come up and join us if you would like to? Put the Discord thing in.
if Nick comes, I'm leaving. I just cannot stand that guy.
Oh, you
I'm just,
go.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
would you like to join us, Nick? Because this is what we talked about. I do not feel very well. Oh, okay then. Well, if you don't feel
And,
very well,
and Liz
no,
is talking about my golfing
you'll go.
shorts. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
these are golfing shorts. Thank you
No,
very much. This is my
when you
lounging attire. I lounge in this.
when you feel up to it, and I hope you do feel up to it, you know. come and join. You're always very welcome because part of this is part of the ideas that were discussed with you. So yeah,
Yes. By the way, hello, Nick.
So
I like to
what did I
pick on Nick.
miss? Nick is like Veen. I think they're afraid to play me in virtual reality because they both told me that they wanted to join me to join them, and ever since I've actually requested them, they have ghosted me.
mm.
Maybe I don't. Maybe people don't like me as much as
Fiend.
I thought they did.
There's a bit of blazing saddles going on.
Maybe so.
Maybe so. Sorry, that's the only thing I can think of. Oh no. Oh,
You broke him.
I broke Brian, did I?
Hardly so.
I
Hardly
did.
so. I had to go grab my phone. I had to go my phone. I was like, "Where's my phone?"
I really did not. I'll put my set on. Okay.
Ah,
So can I don't know what you guys have been speaking about or talking about before I got here, but I wanted to say this because I haven't had a chance to put this in the Discord channel. But Paul, I'm not sure if Lizzie knows, but I think everyone else knows that my wife was born in the UK,
Yes, yes, you told
and
me. Yes.
so her brother lives just maybe 5 minutes away from us, and he just recently got married, and she's a Catholic, and they wanted us to all to get together to witness this historic coronation that happened, and I have to say it was a lot more interesting than I anticipated. I learned so much, but then I also realized that we were really watching history because none of us were alive when the coronation of Queen Elizabeth happened. Maybe Liz, I'm putting it out there, maybe, but it's what's a once in
no.
a lifetime thing.
That was 1953, so before Liz's
Uh,
time.
I don't know. Liz would have to tell me. I think Liz would be kind of. She might have been very young, but I think she may have been alive.
I think it's 10 years. She was born 10 years after.
Uh, yeah, it says even she was not alive for Queen Elizabeth coronation. Okay.
Yeah, there was a very historical. It's actually what living history, as I called it.
Yes.
It was living history. You know.
And we cooked a lot of well, supposedly English food. We had English biscuits. We had different cheeses.
Yeah.
And even though Paul gets mad at me for saying that this is an English dish, I did make Scotch eggs, which were fabulous, by the way.
No, Scotch eggs is the
Um,
proper name. Scotch eggs is the proper name, but they're not from
yes,
Scotland.
but they're not for their. But no, I thought they were from England. They're English, right?
Yeah, they're English. No, they were
Yeah,
made in London.
right. So I made the Scottish eggs for the coronation.
Scotch eggs.
Scotch.
Yeah, not Scottish. Scotch.
Hmm.
Because
Scotch. Yes.
Scotch comes from a form of cooking.
And listen, Ladybug, I actually looked up the recipe because I made them once before for my wife, and I made them with just egg and sausage. But I looked up a recipe from Gordon Ramsay, and Gordon Ramsay showed me a recipe where it was sausage, the egg, and the sausage around it, and then you put it in a flour wash, and then you put it in an egg wash, and then you did breadcrumbs around it,
Yeah.
and that was, I think that made the whole thing a lot better than what I did the original. So Lotus Flower, if a Scotch egg is a boiled egg, 6 minute egg, you don't want it to be a hard boiled egg because you really want that yolk to be kind of still liquidy when you cut open it. And so you wrap a sausage, whatever your favorite brand of sausage is, you wrap the sausage around it. You dip it in flour, you dip it in an egg wash, and then you put some breadcrumbs around it, and then you fry it around there until that sausage is well cooked and it's kind of like a golden brown, and you've got a Scotch egg.
and they actually come from an Indian dish too,
Mm.
because British influence in India and Indian influence in British cooking.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Because obviously with the East India Trading Company.
And the trick about when you make those is that you can't have your pan too hot because you don't want to, undercook the sausage, number one, and then two, you don't want to like scorch the inside of the egg anymore to make it to it's like, inedible
It's very true.
or not
You,
edible.
you can make bite-sized ones out of quail's eggs.
Quail's eggs.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever had a quail egg, to be honest with you.
they're very small but very dainty. But you can make bite-sized ones out of them.
Ah, gotcha.
Or you could mash up your eggs. Then hold on, just checking things. Mash up your eggs and make small like scrambled egg ones,
Mm-hmm.
and do it like that.
But do they taste differently from a chicken egg?
Quail's eggs do, yes.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that, Ladybug. It's not nice. Not nice losing somebody. So I'm really sorry to hear that.
And you know what's so funny? Not funny, but what is almost poignant about what Ladybug is saying. And again, my condolences to you losing your mother as well, Ladybug. But my wife lost her mother uh, almost 4 months before our son was born to cancer. And they again were she was a UK born. So when we were actually over at her brother's house and kind of going all this kind of stuff, it was like they were reminiscing about things that they were doing as children over there, being raised by their mother, and all the things that they kind of enjoyed. And I forgot what it's not the Boy Scouts, but my wife had to look it up again. Where her brother used to be part of what is similar to the Boy Scouts over in the UK as well, and it was just kind of really good just to kind of hear
Do you mean the
more of
Cub
that rich
Scouts?
history. No, it
The,
wasn't the Cub Scouts. It
the
was something
Adventures
else.
Adventure Scouts?
I forgot what they were called. Let me text her real quick because she's getting our son to
Okay.
bed. The boys who ring the bell in church.
Those aren't scouts.
Yeah, they're not.
They're bell ringers.
Uh, I'll get it again.
That's cool, Ladybug. That is cool. I lost my mum when I was 31, 32. You know,
Mm.
yeah, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I can't imagine. My wife still deals with that all the time. So
Mm,
it's I have never had to deal with anything like that, and her mother were really, really close. Actually,
yeah.
when I met my wife, her and her mom were still sharing. They lived together, um, and they had my wife's mother had gotten sick, and my wife took her in to kind of help take care of her and all
Hmm.
that kind of stuff. But they were really, really close. So I can't fathom losing someone that you're that close to as a child. And I'm not that close to my parents. They're my parents. I would be
Yeah, yeah,
devastated if
yeah.
I lost them. But I can't imagine losing your parent.
No, it's not nice. Well, I'm gonna bring this conversation up, and because I'm trying to make it a bit bright and breezy today.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna talk.
Celebrating the first live stream. Yep.
Yeah. I'm talking about the area where I've been. I actually come from a small village in Surrey, and the area I was brought up in was owned by a Saxon lord, and he won it in a jousting competition. Would you believe?
Hmm.
Yeah, you won it in this jousting competition there, and oh no, you've got nothing to apologise, Ladybug. You've got absolutely nothing to apologise at all. Don't be sorry. We like I say, we are, we were always there for you. So Don't I never apologise. But yeah, so I grew up in this village, and we had the big village church, which is on the top of the hill, and that was built on a Saxon church, and it was a Norman church too. And they've got a house next to it. It's now a house, but it wasn't then. It was an inn, and it was built in the 1350s.
Wow,
And
1350s.
yes, 1350 AD.
Wow.
Yeah, it's and this is why I'm sort of interested in local legends because a Saxon church. It was built Norman. It was a Norman church built on a Saxon church. And there was we always used to tell tales about ghosts and when we were at school. And
Mhm.
one of the tales is actually sort of true. Every October, November night, every year there's supposed to be a stagecoach riding through, goes up from the old rectory up to down to the pub, which is at the roundabout.
Mhm.
And the reason why the people said it's true because they've had a truck driver crashed his lorry van into the school fence from the main road.
Really?
Yeah, trying to move out the way of this yeah, it's but move out the way of this lorry. Now this stagecoach that was heading straight towards him.
Mm,
Also,
crazy.
this is just superstition here. This is just the local legends. There was an old railway line that went through where I am down to yeah a stagecoach, yeah, the old fashioned thing.
Mm,
And there's an old railway line. Now that was predominantly used in the wars because that was like that led to the military camp that was built in the area.
mhm.
And as children, as kids, we used to say, used to tell this man, this happened in November too. You'd see this man walking down the tracks, swinging an old-fashioned lantern. Then you'd hear this rumble, and it would hear it getting louder, and you'd start hearing like a woman screaming. But it wasn't a woman screaming; it was a ghost train coming through that line.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Like a real ghost train?
a real ghost train. That is one of the local legends of there.
You know,
There's,
there's a lot of ghost stories over there in the UK. There's a lot of haunted stories.
there
It
is
kind
where
yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
I lived and worked in this pub in Dorset, and I was the only person living in that pub. So the
Hmm.
landlord come up, I'd go up, come downstairs, do my work, and I was downstairs talk to the landlord, and we suddenly heard these footsteps going down, up and down the landing on this pub, and he goes, the landlord goes to me, "Is there anybody else up there, Paul?" And I went, "No, it's only me." And he goes, "You need to have a look." So, because the entrance already locked at the back of the pub to get in,
Mhm.
yeah, I had to go through the main pub to get because they've got those stairs up there. So I went up the stairs. Next thing you know, he shut the door on me, so I had to go all the way through this pub floor
Wow.
to see if there's anybody there, and there wasn't. But this pub was a two-floored pub, and it had a thatched roof too.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that story because my friend and his wife, my friends, went to the UK, I want to say last year, and they
Mhm.
sent pictures. Um, they sent pictures back of them at a pub. And if you went downstairs, or if you try to go downstairs, it was kind of roped off and said no one's allowed down there because it was haunted. It was full of ghosts down there.
Yeah, Nick Volt, yeah. Boddington's, mate. Boddington's. It's it's a Manchester beer. You like the smooth flow. It's not the best beer, but yeah, Boddington's is a cool beer. I like that, especially on a hot day.
In
Any
Boddington's,
close?
what I just showed you a picture of when I was one of my wife's relatives was drinking at Boddington's.
Yeah, probably. I think so. I'm not too sure,
I have to look at that again.
but I do prefer. I mean, I do prefer a real ale, not like a smooth flow. I'll drink smooth flow if it's on there, but I do like proper hand pumped ale. Any ghosts and pigs? I tell you what, Lotus, if I could get you loads of ghost pictures, I could, I can tell you this other tale, and this is true. Yep, that's Boddington's. Yeah, that's the Manchester Ale, Boddington's Ale. Yeah, yeah, that is. Yeah, especially when it's cold. Oh, it's good when it's cold.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can look this ghost up. I'll tell you where it is. Oh, near me, near I am, there's a pool called the Silent Pool, which is a pond, big pond. Now, it is an old ancient pond, and there was a king called King John. If anybody's read Robin Hood, you know of King John.
Hmm.
King John was riding through this. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so yeah, King John was riding through, and there was a family that lived near this pool of water. And this family, the daughter, the brother, the son and daughter. Now, the daughter was supposed to be a beauty. She was supposed to be really beautiful, and she went to bathe herself in this pond. As she was bathing herself in the pond, King John rode up and he seen her and he went, "Cool, love, I could have some of you." And he goes, beckons her over, but she was scared. She was only still a young girl. She was scared, and he tried to beckon her over. But as she was getting more scared, the deeper in the pond she was going, and she got caught up in the reeds. And the more she struggled in the reeds, the more she sunk into the reeds. Her brother heard her cries for help, and he jumped in to save her. And as he was saving her, he got stuck in the reeds. So as they're both struggling, they both got things, and unfortunately, they both drowned in the pool.
What? Really?
Yeah, yep. And people have reported seeing a young girl in that pool crying to this day.
That's sad.
Yeah,
I thought you were trying to keep this light, Paul. I didn't
it's
think you were
ghosts.
trying
Yeah, it does ghosts. It's ghosts. It's ghosts.
to.
Yeah, but it's people. It's like the local thing. It's people. The ghosts there. So yeah, but that shows you how old my area is where I live. Hugh, Lizzie.
I'm seeing that. I'm not the supernatural. It is what it is, and if somebody sees it, good for them, and if not, then whatever.
Exactly, exactly.
I'm
But
I'm not one who's gonna chase it down. But if
no,
it happens in front of me, woohoo! I,
the
I
drown.
Who you gonna
No,
call?
it wasn't seaweed, Lotus. It was the reeds in the pond. There's no sea. It was just a freshwater pond.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I was wondering if anybody picked up on that. I just had to throw it out there.
I hate talking over anybody, so I'm watching to see if you guys' mic is open before I say anything.
I know. Talk away, Liz. Talk away. You're my
Well,
hand.
well, I have a thing for okay, OG Liz. Washington State may only be 200 years old, but you got to remember that you have a lot of native tribes up there.
Yep.
So, how many ghost stories and things do they have?
Yes.
I'm going to show my ignorance, Liz. Do nature tribes believe in ghosts or do they believe in the spirits?
It's
Spirits, I
more
believe.
spirit,
Yeah.
you know. But I think that's
Hmm.
up to the individual as well. Everybody thinks all tribes think alike, and they don't. I mean,
No.
the difference between like my Athabascan um, newsletters and the people I contact there are so much different than like my Cherokee ones. That, and it's like, whoa, wait, you're doing this over here, and you're doing this over here. So, wait, let's have a conversation and get everybody doing the same thing because you guys are being helpful to each other.
Hmm.
Hmm. Nothing like a nice bourbon on a cold night. Parking sleds. I tell you what, Ladybug, I'll equal that with nothing like a nice single malt.
Mm. I concur. I will cheers to that, and I will add a cigar on top of all of that. What you have said and Ladybug have said,
Do you know
because
what I do? I like having a Cuban now and again.
Mhm.
I dip the end into the whiskey.
So not to be a cigar snob, but I always tell people that if you have to dip your cigar into something, you've got the wrong cigar.
I know it's supposed to actually really heighten it. I've got been told, and it was the cigar snobs that told me that too.
I
I
thought there
I
was certain cigars that you actually wanted to dip for a
Yeah, the
specific
cheap ones
reason. No, no.
because they're cheap.
I don't mind a bit of cheap myself. You know what I mean?
I want to smell the vanilla cigars, okay? Those are the ones I want to smell. I don't care how cheap they are. They all smell wonderful.
I just want the teal lady. All right.
Hey, we found her name for you.
Yeah, I know she's a Tory, Liz. She's a Tory.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does. As long as I don't have a cigar the way Bill Clinton had his cigars.
Listen, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's the only way to fly. That's the only way to fly. It's
Yeah.
funny. I have had a few Cubans in my lifetime. I've got one in my humidor now, but uh, I'm being a little facetious when I say that you don't want to dip it, because I've seen some of my friends will take the first before they even take the first drag of a cigar, they will swirl around their scotch. It's always a scotch. It's not necessarily a whiskey or a bourbon, but it's a scotch. They will twirl it around in the scotch, and then they will puff on it. But they don't do it after the first drag. It's like before they even, you know, do anything. They
That
swirl it around with the cigar, and then that's it. And they don't
here's
put
a
it back in
question,
there.
Brian. Here's a question.
Mm.
Is it a mixed or a single malt?
Well, it depends. You can actually have a pretty good blended scotch,
No.
but the majority of the ones that are, top shelf are usually the uh,
Yeah. You're better off.
single malt scotches.
Yeah, you're better off
But
going with the single malts.
I think I've got a Dalwhinnie that you and I had. I think we talked about a Dalwhinnie,
Yes, yes.
and I believe, I'm not sure. I think it might be a single malt. I think it is.
I'll need to send you a smaller bottle of my favourite whiskey, and you tell me what you think of that.
Or just tell me if I can get it here, and just tell me what it is, and
No,
I'll
no,
send
no,
it.
no. You need to pay a fortune for it over there.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's yeah. I mean, it's like £60 a bottle over here.
Mm,
You
wow.
know. Yeah.
What's it called?
It's a bottle called Glenfarclas.
Glenfarclas. I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's cast strength. You may need a little bit water. Get a soft
Mm-hmm.
water to just to release the flavors and the oils.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Never put it on ice. Use whiskey stones, and it's yeah.
Nice. So that's another thing I had to learn um, several years back, is that when you're drinking a single malt, if it's really good, you want to get the peatiness out of it and open up the flavors. Just a drop, maybe two, of
Yeah, yeah,
water
yeah.
releases that.
And it also makes it more palatable because some single malts are cast strength. which means they're
Mm-hmm.
50 or 60% proof.
Right.
So it just gives that a little bit more palatability to it.
I used to be such a novice that I was actually putting scotch on ice.
See, when you talk about Scotch, are you talking about the mixed or single malt?
Single malt.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, and I was ruining it. I was going and thinking I
yeah,
was Mr. Sophisticated, and I would put ice cubes in the single malt, and I'm like, this doesn't taste very good. And they're like,
no,
dude, you're doing it so
yeah.
wrong.
If it was a blended, if like a mixed, I'd say yeah, knock yourself out.
Hmm. And Laura's talking about she used to smoke those silly Swisher Sweets. I think a lot of people did those. I mean, I don't think I was a big Swisher Sweet person, but I'm sure I had one or two in my lifetime, and they are disgusting.
Do you know they have flavored variety ones now?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, here's the deal. My next door neighbor who golfs as well, and she likes to come in and smoke a cigar with me from time to time. And they have different flavored cigars. You can get sweet ones. You can get like blueberry, cherry flavored cigars. They're regular cigars that are not the Swisher Sweets ones.
Like I said, the vanilla ones are my favorites.
I don't even know if I've ever had or smelled a vanilla one.
Oh my!
I'm going to bring the conversation really down at the moment because when people talk about flavors, I suddenly got a thing in my head. Do you know over here we have curry flavored condoms?
What?
Why?
Yep, we have curry flavored condoms.
Are they looking for that extra tingle? Or are they looking to give somebody an allergic reaction?
That's
I really
disgusting.
don't know. Yep.
That's the same thing as using a chastity belt. I mean, like, stay away, please.
Yeah.
What?
I am allergic to curry, so that would be horrible.
Yeah,
I
we have.
can't. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my
But
entire
not
life.
all curry is heavily spicy hot either. They're very
No,
mild
no.
and
But they all smell the same, right?
Yeah,
Curry
yeah.
smells the exact
no.
same thing. Oh my
Curry
gosh.
smells so different.
Yeah. So you can actually get curry flavored condoms.
Well, Lizzie, let me ask you this question. Take your pick. I don't care what it smells. What different variation of smell? Which one of the curry smells do you think is an aphrodisiac to you? Because I'm dying to know. I don't think there's ever going to be one that I would say, "Ooh, this is a turn on."
None of them for me because I'm
Yeah,
allergic to them.
Yep.
that
And
I can't imagine.
and also we can get bacon flavored.
Now bacon
Your
flavor,
bacon or our bacon? British bacon or U.S. bacon?
But no, just said bacon flavor. So yes, it'd be weird, like smoky bacon.
hey, you had me at bacon. Come on, Paul, let's get it on. It's a
You're gonna
turn
be
on for
you're
me.
gonna be cooking in the bedroom. It's gonna be heating up and smelling like bacon all over the place.
And speaking of whiskey, you can get whiskey flavored condoms too.
That's weird to me.
This is what happens. All of a sudden, we're going down one rabbit hole, and then it goes somewhere else. And
Hey,
Because
when
I'm sitting
when you
here,
talk about rabbit, when you talk about holes and condoms, that's the only place they can go in it.
but Paul, let me ask you this
oh,
question. Let me ask this question.
Yeah, sorry.
Men are the biggest purveyors of bourbons and whiskeys, right? They consume whiskeys and bourbon more than any other uh, sex, right? So
Yep.
if you're a man with a whiskey or bourbon condom, that would lead me to believe you're looking for another man, right?
I would not know, but I've just seen the weirdest flavor.
Logic,
Yeah, I've just seen the
logic tells me
weirdest.
that that's
Yep. How's this for a weird flavored condom? Garlic.
no,
that can't be true. That just can't be.
no. I mean, it'd
There's
be
no way
bad
that
enough
is
with the
true.
bacon, It'd be like, hey, let's do some making bacon here.
And in India
Mm.
or Asia, they've got chicken tikka masala flavored condoms.
No,
Soup
listen.
dumpling.
Wait a minute. Look, again, Paul. Shouldn't these things be catered to female taste? I just can't see any of these tastes um, appealing to women.
After a few beers, she may have a hankering for curry and they have fancy bits, so she's getting it both.
Again, that bothers me because if you want a snack, my penis is not on the menu. I'm just saying, teeth are not a part of that whole thing. I'm just saying that
If she
if
wants a
you're gonna,
snack, I'm slapping one of those bad boys on, mate. You know.
I'm thinking I'm not. I'm thinking I'm a pass. It's a hard pass. Hard pass for me.
You don't
I'll
want to
be
be grilled.
I'll
No.
be strapping one of those
No,
up.
you don't.
Grilled in, well, either way, actually.
If you got a chicken flavored condom and they think that it tastes like chicken, you might lose an appendage.
I think you can probably get that. Hold on, let
I
me see.
think taste varies, so somebody might be pleased by any of those flavors.
Laura's like, yeah, flavor, the edible underwear. Yeah, give me that all day. I'll nibble on that all day. But yeah, the condoms, I'm just not a big fan.
How
Can't
would you
see
make
that.
that into a fruit roll up? Because that's basically what edible underwear are. I mean, can you imagine being like, I'm going to roast this chicken, and then I'm going to blend it all up and then put it with the gelatin, and I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to use
stuff,
my dehydrator on it, and then we're going to roll it up.
Oh no,
gonna
no
stuff the old,
thanks,
gonna stuff the old
no
chicken there.
thanks.
Gonna stuff the old birds and give her one.
This is really going left. This is really going to a place I don't want to go. I really don't.
It's okay. You'll take it back to your wife later. It'll be fine.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring back the conversation. Bring it back.
It's going to be our nighttime conversation. Hey, babe, do you like chicken flavored condoms? Because I know where to get them. Paul said I can get a discount.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody blame me.
Ooh,
Oh, ladybug.
100%. 100%.
I think he can get chicken gravy flavored condoms too.
Oh my gosh.
Let me give you some mashed potatoes, and here's a side of gravy.
Can I mash your potato?
No, Paul. No. No, say it's not so. Say it's not so.
Oh, I'm bringing it right back.
Let's go back to Doctor Who.
Yeah, let's go to something totally different.
What
Do
it
the
is,
mashed potato. Oh, yeah, because
the
I've got the flavored
cigars,
condom.
the cigars and alcohol brought out the other side.
It did.
It always does.
And it was all Paul's fault with the Monica Lewinsky cigar that started the whole thing.
Well, you know what? It's my channel. I can talk about what I want to talk
And
about.
by the way, though, Liz asked in the question in the chat if you inhale cigars. I don't. I like to have the smoke billow in my mouth, and then I puff it right out. I will kind of choke if I inhale cigar smoke or any kind of smoke. That's why I don't do weed or anything else. I just start coughing and choking and all that kind of stuff. But I just like the aroma, and especially if you pair it with a nice scotch or a nice bourbon, the cigar flavor that you choose could really be an intoxicating aroma, and it also kind of gives me a little bit of a buzz as well.
Ladybug.
Oh my God, Ladybug!
Yeah, you've
Oh my
been
God,
watching those
Ladybug!
videos, haven't you, on that channel? Begins with P and it's got it's got word
Oh
of
my
great
gosh,
in it.
that was really very funny though. After the mashed potatoes and chicken, you get pie for dessert. That's hilarious, actually. Oh Jesus!
And I always thought a proper cigar was not inhaled other than to let the flavoring go around the mouth.
Mm. So just kind of like when you puff on it, just kind of hold your mouth open and let it like kind of
You're
billow
supposed to
out a little bit.
inhale to a certain extent, but it's not like you're smoking a cigarette where you deep inhale into the lungs.
You're not. Well, even if you try to like it, if it's just in your mouth at all, you're gonna probably inhale some of it at some point in time. And I think that's where it actually gives you that buzz feel. Um, but I mean, for me, I enjoy it just with just kind of puffing and letting it go. It just relaxes me 100%. I can feel like so relieved just smoking a cigar and just kind of all everything just falls off me. No stress, no problems, no anything. Not that I'm really overly stressed about anything, but I'm just it's really a good relaxing feel for me.
You heard it here first. Everything just falls off Brian.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
And
always tomorrow.
I don't get stressed at all. Just chilled,
I,
relaxed.
I think that's one of my things. My wife actually always kind of she doesn't. I don't think she doesn't like that quality about me because sometimes she's like, "Well, why are you not stressed about it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just because either I can do something about it or I can't, and if I can't do anything about it, stressing about it is not gonna help me or not gonna help the situation. So I can only do what I can do."
I have a question. Is your wife more type A or type B?
Oh, definitely type A, 100%. It's plan this, schedule this. It's everything has to be in its proper place. If you move something out of place, I got this hell to pay. And then I'll put something like a glass somewhere and I'll walk away. And as soon as I come back, it's like either in the dishwasher or it's somewhere else. I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't even finished with that. Total type
I
A.
would really, really probably love your wife.
Most
So
people do.
I have to ask this. I mean, this has been really funny. I'm thinking, um, with people like this type of conversation every like once a month. We know we could always have a discussion set up, but actually do a live and just have a laugh together. Would this be something that people would enjoy?
I'm going to tell you, unless we record the serious ones, going live is probably
Hmm.
never going to be able to be serious because you have a chat over here who is going
Hmm.
to sidetrack you every single time.
Every time.
Yeah, no, we can have live discussions. I mean, the live discussions will be sort of formulated, but I'm talking about on the basis of every like this every once a month, where it's just have a chat, have a laugh, and whatever.
I say we shoot for have a laugh every time we go live.
Yeah, because if you want to stick to a topic, if you want to really, and that's why I've
Yeah,
changed. If you want to stick to a certain topic, you just got to record those and just premiere them, even if
but
you want to have somebody on there with you. But if you want to
hmm,
stay live, unless you're going to have everybody say ignore the chat, you're going to always have these interruptions.
well,
And then
I
if you
mean,
ignore the chat, but if you
yeah, that's
ignore the chat, the people in the
yeah.
chat are going to be mad. They're like, "You're not incorporating what we
No, no,
want to
no.
do." Blah, blah,
The
blah.
thing, I mean, what I want to do is, what I want to do is have people have to, if they can get people together to do it live, and the chat will have their say, like sort of afterwards, you know, and be on there, and they can say they can put their questions in that we can answer for them. But I'm just
Hmm.
like a less formal one every once a month, and just everybody get together and just chew the cud.
Chew the cud, another English saying.
Yeah, you know. Thank you
You
very
know,
much.
Laura was talking about her dad. It's I'm sorry to hear that your dad passed away when you had just graduated college, but I think you had told me that before. But again, your dad sounds like being a coach and a principal, and then having a cigar, which is something I enjoy. Sounds like a a really enjoyable individual, pleasant uh, person. Your dad was so. Condolences to you for losing your father as well. I know we said that to Ladybug and anyone else who's lost a parent. It's condolences to all of you.
But
I think
predominantly,
so many of us have lost parents that
Hmm.
it's like, I understand. Mine was, he was only 34 years old when I lost my
Oh
dad.
wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So
Hmm.
we all have that little bit of a missing piece.
Mm.
Yeah, and predominantly I want to make everybody feel welcome on this channel. You know,
You know, it's funny that as we talk about parents losing a parent, and I know my parents are still married and still alive, but they're getting up in age. They're upper 70s. And I always tell people now when I talk to my nephews, cousins, or especially younger people, that it's always
Liz,
good for you
Liz,
to keep yourself healthy
um,
if you're a parent, because if you're healthy as
sorry,
a parent,
can I stop you
you
right
want to
there?
stick around.
Sorry, can I stop you right there
Y-
for a second, please?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rudy, I'm going to give you a chance to retract that. I'm not having this on this channel. If you're like that,
Well,
you get booted.
No drama here.
No,
if
So
that
it's
you
Rudy
can
come over
like that.
here, did he come over
Yeah,
here with the same stuff he was putting in Discord?
yeah, we don't have that, mate. So cut it out, as I'll boot you off. I don't care who you are.
I think it's
Thank
gone
you.
because I don't see it. Is it gone?
No, it is gone now.
Okay. Well, anyway, I try to make sure, because I have a 5-year-old, is that I want to make sure that my not only my physical strength and physical, just health, but physical health is important to me. But just making sure my mind stays stimulated, because that's something that men, especially men, always seem to neglect as we get older, that we can easily use our mental faculties along with our physical attributes as well. And I got a lot of people who go to the gym, they always want to stay physical fit, but they're not reading books. They're not educating themselves continuously, exercising your brain. And exercising your brain is just as important, if not more important, than being physical fit if you have children, because the older you get, those things are going to diminish. And if you want to be there, mind, body, and soul, for your children as they get older, you got to continue doing these things, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to intersect here, Brian. Rudy, I'm going to give you one chance. I've taken that message off. That was me who's deleted that. Do not bring other people's dramas into this channel. I don't give a monkey's what they happened or what they do. There's nothing to do with me. You keep out of it. I don't want any of that crap on here, mate.
It may have only been what we could see backstage here in the comments.
It wasn't. It
I
was on
was
the.
not
Yeah.
in.
It was on the chat.
Yeah, because I don't
Okay,
have
I
a
haven't
voice
seen
over
it.
here either. So
Yeah, it was on the chat there.
Mm.
So I just
Okay,
took
I
it
didn't see
straight
it.
off.
it's just you, Paul. You are the only one who can banhammer somebody.
You can do it,
Yeah.
yeah, because I didn't see it.
Well, that will be sorted out next time I do this type of thing. It will be you, Liz, too. You'll get the
I
rate.
just Rudy. Listen, you're a little bit more kind than I would probably be, because Rudy is, look. If Ham Banana was over here and you wanted to say something directly to somebody, listen, it's your channel again, but I don't mind if you want to talk to somebody directly. But coming over here where Ham Banana's not here, the other person's not here, nobody is even talking about it. Coming over here with the nonsense is just completely stupid, immature, and just
And that's what I
I just
basically
don't
said.
get it.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
just don't
basically
get it.
said. That does not happen in here. That is not going to happen here, and I don't give a monkey's who it is.
It may be. I'm not sure because I cannot check. It may have been a sock account.
Sucker
So
count.
yeah, Paul, you would actually have to click on that person and follow to their channel
Well,
to
I
I
see
will
who
tell
they
you.
are.
I will tell you this, Lizzie. He look in the Discord channel. He was putting stuff in our Discord, so it might about the same thing, and so it probably was the real Rudy. Hey, Samantha P.
Rudy.
Hey
Hello,
Sam P,
Samantha.
how you doing? Good to see you on my channel. I hope you enjoy yourself.
And
This
Laura
is
put a comment. Go ahead, Paul.
yeah, and this is a no drama channel, Sam. So you're always very welcome here.
Well, Laura was talking about her dad was saying how he respects the CEO and the janitor the same. I'm the exact same way, and that's one of the things that I really just don't understand, when people can try to degrade someone just because of the position that they hold. everybody needs to support their family. Everybody has to earn their living. And sometimes blue collar or white collar, it all is the same. If you enjoy what you do, there's no reason to try to belittle someone, make them feel less of a person just because of the title in which they hold.
Exactly. And to make you catch up, Sam P, we had a conversation about ghosts, villages, curry flavored condoms, edible underwear. Now this.
Yeah, now this. Whatever this is.
Whatever this is. Yeah, so bonjour. Or as Del Boy would say, au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yeah,
That sounds fancy. That's fancy
au
talk.
revoir. Yeah, it's Del, you got to watch Only Fools and Horses to get that joke. It's a British thing. It's about somebody from the south of London who thinks he can talk French when he really can't. So when he says something, when something goes wrong, he goes, "Oh, Monge 2, Rodney, Monge 2." Yeah, you got to see it. Your missus would get that joke.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure she would definitely.
Yeah,
It goes way over my head.
Yeah,
I'm a
you
commenter. I'm a commenter.
you just say Only Fools and Horses to her, and she'll get it. It's a
What was it
British
again?
institution. Only Fools
What
and
was it?
Horses.
Force and horses.
Only fools
Fools.
and
Fools.
horses.
Oh, only fools and horses.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to repeat stuff for Paul or sometimes figure it out in my head and be like, you mean this? This is what we would say here.
Yeah. Yeah. I get told my accent's not entirely English too.
No, I don't believe it is.
Yeah.
You know, you know what? It's funny because I don't know if Paul understands why I do this, but the reason I'm going to say what I'm going to say is because no one's ever called me Mr. Discussions like Samantha P put in there. Been called a lot of things, but not Mr. Discussions. But and I've noticed Laura Rader also says the same thing when we refer to Paul in chat. It's always Paul, sir, or Sir Paul.
Sir
It's because every time I hear Paul's name and he's from the UK, I think of Sir Paul McCartney, and it just flows every time I say it. So every time I
Well-
say Paul, type Paul, it's always Paul, sir, or Sir Paul.
I've given Laura a title. She is now Lady Laura.
Who's that?
That's Laura. Laura Radar.
Laura
Is
Radar.
it based off of something, or just because she's a
She
lady?
called me Sir Paul, so I'll call her Lady Laura.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
So she's been officially a title.
I thought I missed one of your history lessons, and there was a Lady Laura in the.
No,
hierarchy
I
of
don't
some-
think there's a no. No.
She's
usually like-
the first Lady Laura.
Yes, Lady Laura. All hail Lady Laura. I'll get my my lady with the teal to knight you with the sword.
He really would like a
Hmm.
Lady Penny in his life, though.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it was so funny. I saw that in y'all's Discord chat, and I swear we were talking about her when we were watching it, and everybody was like, she just looked so statuesque. She just basically took over the whole show, and everybody started while we were watching it because we were watching it on delay. They started going into some different chats and looking at the BBC reporting and all that kind of stuff, and there was a lot of talk about Pennyworth or whatever her name is.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Penny
She- and
Mormont,
she-
I believe.
Penny Mormont.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paramount, yeah, and she I mean, she looked every bit of. She just looked like something cut out of a magazine. It was
She
crazy. It was
actually
weird.
looked like something cut from history, from a historical magazine.
Mhm.
Because she wore like what she wore was like a modern Tudor style.
Well, she looked great.
But not only that, she held the sword for longer than even the military members.
Yeah,
Uh,
she held that thing and didn't flinch, didn't
Nope.
struggle. She didn't seem like she was kind of fidgety or shaking or anything. She was just
Well-
very statuesque.
She
Yeah.
could hold my sword anytime.
Oh, here we go, Paul, with
With
with curry, the
with
curry flavor.
condoms.
Yeah. She can hold my sword anytime. I'd die
Well,
to her with it even too.
let me ask you this question though about the
Yeah.
coronation. Over there where you are, did anybody make any grumblings about um, whatever her name is, Camilla or whatever? What's the queen's name now?
You're always going to
Camille.
get that. Yeah, you're always going.
Yeah,
There's always going to be a few of that.
did she? They because she's not supposed to touch the crown, and she trying to wipe underneath it where her hair was. And my brother-in-law was like, "You're not supposed to touch the crown," and she touched it because she was trying to get her hair fixed and all that kind of stuff.
She didn't.
Was it a
That
big
wasn't the
deal?
crown, though. That
No,
was
do you
just the
know what?
ermine lining.
Yeah, that's not really a big deal. Come on. If you're going,
Well,
yeah, it's not really a big thing. I don't
he
really
was
care
saying
about
it was
that.
a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a
If
big
he
deal
would
for
have
me.
paid
No.
attention, Charles did the same thing with the
Hmm.
ermine to fix it.
Did he?
Hmm.
Oh, maybe he just doesn't like her. I guess I don't know.
I feel
Yeah.
sorry for all of them. I'm sorry.
I do too.
Don't feel sorry for all of them. They got fucking millions.
Just because somebody has money doesn't mean that they're happy and are feel like they're in tune to what they're obligated to do.
The disconnect from the real world is where I think there is a problem, and I think Harry, to a certain degree, was trying to be that person that was kind of being more connected to, the common folks and what's really going on. But he may have gone a little bit overboard with whatever the girl's name is that he
You
married, the
mean the
woman's name he
ginger
married.
whinger? That's what he is. He's a ginger
Yeah,
whinger.
I don't know what that means, but I think when you have, and it's more than just millions, I think they are billionaires when it comes to all of the
Okay.
assets and
Yep.
things that they
Sorry,
own.
Brian. I've got to say goodbye. Are you going to sleep now? Lotus, you're always very welcome here. Anytime. You're more than welcome. It was brilliant seeing you here. You have a brilliant good
Oh
night,
yeah,
and I'll speak to you soon.
absolutely,
Goodbye,
Lotus.
Lotus Flower.
Yep. Goodbye. Good
Goodbye.
night, Lotus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with kind of with Lizzie. I kind of feel sorry when people are just so, disconnected with real world issues of real people, and I don't think that they have ever even. I think they live in their bubble, and I think that's all they know, and they don't know anything else outside of it.
My thing is, people can have money, they can have
Hmm.
prestige, but the children and the people born into it, they had no choice. This is all they've ever known.
All
They
they've ever
had no
known.
choices in any of it. Harry, at least, has stepped himself back, has, I think they are good together, him and his wife. And I think they made a
Hmm.
choice that they didn't want to do any of it. So, it was easier to play scapegoat against each other and walk away.
Yep, I agree.
Uh,
And
I.
Samantha P, you got
Mm,
Paul is from the UK, lives in the UK. My wife was born and raised in the UK, so there's some history, and one of the reasons why
and
I watched it.
and also, I watched it because I'm actually a historian. I'm taking my history degree too.
Oh, that too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Living History. So there's a part of that, and also, I never got my invite. Where was my invite?
And OG
I wanted
Liz,
some. I wanted some posh nosh and some free drink. Never got any of it, did I?
OG
Tight
Liz,
Mm.
some
fisted.
of us did realize the two crowns
Yeah.
because there was the one at the coronation and then there was
Yes.
the changeover when they left to
Yep.
go into the carriage.
And my
Yep.
beautiful lady is a Tory, and I'm a Labour.
What does
You
that mean?
guys can find middle ground.
It's like the Republicans and
Classes.
Democrats. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
yeah. Well, I've got a crown that my lady can hold.
So, Paul, did you guys hear about the latest mass shooting over here in the U.S.?
Yeah,
Two of them.
I did. And this is something I would like to bring up another time. It is. I just will say this, and I'm not going to say it on here because this is going to be a like just have a laugh day. But yeah, something does need to be done. I think.
Well, yeah, I don't want to bring it up. I just wanted to let
Mm.
you know if you didn't
Yeah,
see that
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
right in my area, too
yeah,
close for home for me.
yeah. Is yeah, that's just yeah. What can you say about it? You can't say nothing much more, can you?
It was
Nope,
Texas and Mississippi, I believe. Correct? They both
Mm.
have
I
had.
didn't hear. Yes, I believe it was
Yeah.
in. Was it Mississippi? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that will be a discussion for another time.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We're
Yeah. Yeah.
here
Yeah.
have we're here to talk about curry flavored condoms. You know, let's bring it back. Bring it back.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit actually.
Okay, let's bring it a little bit more forward.
You know, I'm gonna have to research how to make some of these into fruit roll-ups now.
I don't think
Oh
they're
my
edible
gosh!
though. They're not edible. They're more like flavored.
I got a light dusting on them, so when you put it on, you can lick your fingers when you're done, just to
I,
enjoy
well, if you want to lick your fingers
it.
after you're done, that's up to you, mate. You know, I ain't touching the special sauce.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah,
It's
but
your special sauce. You touch it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, mate. It came out of you, not me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Are we talking about Mikey C? Think? Oh no, no. Liz. No, 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 no,
This is
no,
so weird. Why would you even say that, Liz? We're not even getting close to that.
no.
What?
I don't know where she
Oh
got that
wow.
from. Where did you even get that from?
Oh, the sniffing fingers.
The
Oh
sniffy
no.
fingers. The
Let's
finger
go.
licking good.
Just
Where
if you go to
get
the
you some latte.
restroom, just go
Get a
wash your
latte, Liz.
hands.
Hmm. Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not going to bring people down on this channel. We can talk about famous people and bring them down, but anybody like comes within our circle, we're not here to put down. You know, this is just a friendly chew
I
the
am free
chew the
game. I
cud.
am free game
Yeah,
to everyone. Feel free to bring me down.
yeah, but
Liz
no,
does that a good job all the time, every day. She likes to bring me down.
yeah, you
My
know,
head's too big.
it's nothing like. But Mike C is not on here to like thing, and plus, I feel like bringing Mike C on, as much as I enjoy chatting to him sometimes, it'd be a bit of a handful. You know,
I don't. I don't think it would be because, well, it might be now, but once you start doing these more often, you'll start being in control. It's like a drum major or
well, yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
teacher. You'll be able
it,
to sit there and say, "Hey, get us back on
yeah,
track," like you have done tonight. You say, "Hey, let's
yeah.
don't talk about that. Let's get us back on track." That's what a
Laura,
good
Laura,
host
Laura,
does.
we're getting on bad track. Not talking about curry condom looking good.
No, I just can't imagine. I still can't imagine that. I cannot. Who,
I'm
who,
afraid to
who
Google
would do
that.
that? Who would even want that?
I'm afraid to Google or even look at that in my Amazon because then I'm gonna get bombarded with stuff. Curry.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
no.
No, that's. I mean, there out of all the flavors in the flavor universe, curry. You know what? I'm sure they have probably a goat's milk one. I'm sure that somebody's got a goat milk flavored condom.
I, mm,
I'm just saying. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
trying to wrap my head around that one.
Mm,
Just no. No.
yeah. I'm married. The condom days are long gone past me. So thank God, because if my wife ever came to me and said, "Hey, I got this curry flavored condom," I think I might. Uh,
Oh, I think I've
throw a
just seen
little.
the worst one. The worst flavor ever.
Are you looking
Dura-
these up as you're talking about them?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. I just
Right.
thought you had them committed to memory.
No, I'm looking them up. Duran fruit flavored condom.
Wait a minute. Isn't that the smelliest fruit
Yes.
on the face of the earth?
Yes, yes, yes. Um,
There's no way. There's just
are
no
there
way.
museums of chastity belts in the UK? And that's, you know what? No kidding on. There is a museum of sex in Amsterdam. Yeah, so yeah, a Duran fruit condom. Oh no.
Eh, Ladybug, unless somebody can verify who you are, it's like you can be a soccer, whatever. I think most of us who have been in the chats and stuff between Ham Banana and other places know how people speak. The sock accounts are kind of apparent now. So, yeah, I wouldn't stress.
Hmm.
You have
No,
been
but
nothing but
Well,
nice to, I think, almost
if I
everybody.
can, and since she addressed me, let me just say this. Ladybug, there are times when you come across as a very genuine and very nice person. There are other times where I have seen and heard things from you that have been utterly disparaging, childish, immature, and disrespectful to me, especially about the bleach on my face, the anal bleach on my face. I remember this comment. I have a copy of the video. Not bringing this to Paul's channel, but people who are on the channel that you said it on have come to me and apologized to me. You have never said, "Hey, I'm sorry for that." You've always told me, "I don't remember saying these things and I don't remember these types of things." Whenever you want to put your big girl clothes on, big woman clothes on, whatever, and apologize for things that you may have said, even though you think you don't remember, then we're fine. But until then, anytime that I see you trying to play a role that you seem to want to pretend to be and then go back and pretend to be another person, the hypocrisy I will call out. And I always call it out to your face. I don't go behind your back when you're not on chat or something like that. I don't say things unless you are there. So with that in mind, I appreciate the cordial and the saying that you respect me, but you have said some things that have been totally disrespectful. And for that, I am just going to accept you saying that you have respect for me and leave it at that. You didn't
um,
say you're sorry to me, unless I'm going to catch up on the chat. But if you want to say you're sorry, say it, and I'll be more than happy to put it under the bridge, and we'll move forward from now on. I will never mention it again, but I've never heard you say that you were sorry to me personally. So that's that.
but if there was an apology needed, Ladybug, it doesn't go to me. But if you can want to send that apology to Brian, that's up to you. I find you've got nothing to apologise because you haven't said anything bad about me. You know.
And that's the thing. Ladybug always wants to say it wasn't me. She didn't say it. I have your voice on the channel that you said when they were talking about my wife, and now I married her to be on. Okay, thank you. That's it. She said, "Okay, sorry, Brian. That's fine. Perfect. Never hear anything else about me. I will never try to troll you or anything else, Ladybug. From here on out, you have my word. We are good. Thank you. That's all I ever wanted is that."
Yeah.
And I think Liz, who is my partner in crime, she holds me to a higher standard, uh, is going to be happy because she adores you, Ladybug, and she is one of the people who was saying for me to kind of take it easy on you. So she'll be happy that you apologize. I accept your apology, and I am definitely moving on. You will never hear me say anything negative about Ladybug henceforth.
I like that word, henceforth. It's always such a cool word to use.
Sometimes I kind of class up this joint, don't I? I kind of class up the place a little bit.
Just a little.
I did look up fish and chip. I did seriously. I did look up if there was a fish and chip flavored condom. I couldn't find that.
Oh my God. Is it a malt vinegar
Oh.
flavor? Could that be a malt vinegar flavor condom?
Salt and vinegar flavored. Well, that'd be a bit nippy, wouldn't it? Oh no.
We're gonna go down the condom aisle. Be like relish over here and mustard over here. Hey, here's some ketchup.
If the tomato sauce with the hot dog flavored sauce too. Oh no.
You say hot sauce?
No, the hot dog flavored sauce.
For those of you who are scared of Discord, there are smaller Discords that people do maintain. Do not stress about if you want to go and have a conversation. There are Discords available for that. So, and then you can leave it after you've had your conversation or whatever. Because I think a lot of things get lost in translation sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or especially if you're on a big panel and you're talking one thing and then another, and it gets a little out of hand. That's why I tend to stick to smaller panels and smaller groups where you can actually have the conversations.
I think Laura may be getting a little bit too hot. She said to Brian, "Now put on a tiny shirt, Brian, and show us off your muscles."
She's trying to troll me. She's like telling me I wear my son's shirts in order to flex.
Well, even
They're all dirty.
Paul's Discord is very low key. I have my personal Discord that I have it locked down tight so people can go in there and have a chat, have things that they want to talk about, and then delete it and walk away if they want to. There are places like that where you can have a conversation.
Well, and that's like ours. We put and if you just have a Discord channel and none of it has, security built around it, and you just let people have a free for all, it could get kludgy and kind of, high schoolish. That's why we lock down certain aspects of our Discord so that if you want to have a private conversation without the general population seeing it, you should be able to see it, do it that. And Laura, if you were in a Discord and it wasn't like that, you were just in the wrong Discord server, because you can have all the different types of, spaces where you just don't have to be involved in all the nonsense.
There is on my channel some Discords that you can't get into unless I invite you into. That would be me or Liz. Me and Liz, I've got the admin permission to add people to there. Especially the one that I said before with the mental health. Anybody suffering mental health issues, you need to be invited in, and it'll be just. And if you don't want anybody else there, that is fine.
But that's not the first time I've heard that. I hear that a lot. Every time I say Discord, people are always like, "Oh, Discord is just as bad as YouTube," and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, really?
I think they're in the wrong Discord. There are some open wild ones out there, but it's no.
I don't have on my Discord. There'll be no attacking. There's no attacking people.
Yeah.
I'm treating it the same as this channel here. Nobody attacks people. As soon as that anything, I don't give a monkey if it's just 1 word, 2 words, 5 words, whatever. It stops.
Yeah, because if you're not a fan or a friend of what it is that you do, why would you want to be in that person's Discord?
Yeah.
And exactly. If you are attacking someone, that means you're not getting along or promoting what you're all about. And, it's like my circle of friends in real life. My Discord is just as small. And we have like maybe 6 people, maybe 12 that are always there. And that's how you should treat your social media presence as well as your real life presence. Is don't just be accepting the people who you don't really know. Get to know them, and then you start saying, hey, We can email or text each other in Discord to Discord, but you don't have to invite them to your server to do that. You can just kind of have that as a kind of a text channel back and forth between each other. But if
Oh,
you are going to invite them into your
mhm.
channel or your server, you should really kind of know what they're all about and if they support you
Yeah.
or not.
Um, Ladybug, I'm not really providing that platform, but I'm glad you two have made peace. It's not. I didn't really. You know what I mean. Anyway.
I think,
So.
Laura, once you hit that sweet spot of like 100 and over where it gets a little chaotic, it is harder to
Hmm.
please.
Oh
But
yeah,
people should be policing themselves to fit what's going on. If you're going to come in there and be a drama person and somebody's going to bring it to my table, if I have to address the issue, then no, somebody's leaving.
yeah, because you shouldn't have to be a parent. We're all adults, right? You shouldn't have to babysit
Correct.
these people.
But I will say, Ladybug, you're always welcome here.
So speaking of that, I have to, and I really need to do this. Oh my gosh! So, if you guys were familiar with Marie Cook,
Who?
anybody remember her? Marie Cook.
No.
She's been around. She's had a lot of health problems. Well, she ghost watches us all the time, and she always emails me. And I keep telling her I'm going to call her or text her,
Hmm.
but I keep wanting to tell her if she can get on YouTube on her computer that she has. I need to ask her or try to walk her through getting on Discord because I think just being able to text and chat without being on a YouTube stream sometimes that goes a long way with people who are just looking for camaraderie, somebody to talk to, whether it just be talking about the weather or something. I think that's a really good avenue, I think, for her to kind of, get some interaction with other people.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I get that. I get that. You know.
Why is everybody scared of Discord? It is
I don't
literally an
know.
old forum that we all
Hmm.
used to participate and a way to have a voice comms if you want it. You don't have
Right.
to get in there. You're not obligated. You can be a lurker. And if there's something that piques your interest, pop on in. Not a big deal.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm just getting ready to text or chat.
It's okay, we can hear you. Ting, 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 ting,
Yeah,
ting.
we can hear you tappy tap tap tap.
Uh, OG Liz, Twitch is YouTube Lite.
Yes, Twitch is
Honestly,
YouTube Live. Hmm.
I don't understand. You can use YouTube, but you're scared of Twitch? It's literally the same thing. It's just
She
different
said
names for
that,
a few things.
and she said the exact same thing about Discord. Oh, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about Discord. It took me about 30 days to get on Discord.
Anyway, I got a telling off of Liz today.
Uh oh.
Not
She
me.
said, "Yeah, Opal.
Not me. I don't do that.
Yeah, you did. You went Opal when I said something."
uh, OG Liz, you didn't like Discord at first.
No, she did not. No. And now, and you know what? And now she's on Discord maybe 50 times more than all three of us on panel right now. She is on Discord almost 24/7 nowadays. She probably sleeps 6 hours and then the rest of the time she's on Discord.
Yeah.
See, and I don't understand that, Laura. I don't understand the drama from Discords coming out to a live stream. It's like you guys have access to each other. Go meet in the
Mhm.
Discord and have it out and get over it.
Oh, I found a couple of new flavors of condom.
Oh my gosh.
No.
No, Paul.
Yeah.
Stop going back to the condoms.
Okay.
Stop.
You you could get pumpkin spice condoms, or you can get cannabis flavored.
Laura, it's got to be the ones you're joining. We're talking, I have over 500 Discords. And a lot of them are gamers and game nerds. And I mean, they can get ruthless. But yeah, I just don't let it get to me. I'm not
Laura,
alone in
Laura,
that.
Laura, you got to come to Drinks and Discussions Discord, give it a shot, and then go from there. You got to get into a good Discord channel with people that you know, because every time you go to a channel, you're talking to us anyway. So now you don't have to go to channels and get in between all the other nonsense that other people are saying, and you can talk to us directly. So be with the cool kids. Don't keep being a nerd. Come sit at the cool table. We'll be happy to have you.
I like my nerds, thank you very much.
Well, I'm pretending that we're the cool kids, but we probably are the nerds of the group of all the channels. We are the nerds.
Well,
That's okay.
I did find for Liz a chocolate flavored condom.
Oh, there you go, OG Liz.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
There's chocolate flavored for you.
yeah, it's
You
chocolate
can dunk
flavored.
it in your coffee.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, you did not say dunk it
I
in your
did.
coffee.
I did. Flavor your coffee with that. See? OG Liz.
Alexa,
Chocolate.
turn off office room.
Oh, she likes a hot chocolate. All right.
Nerds are the cool kids. Everybody forgets that all those kids in school who were the super geeks and nerds, they're the ones who are making things now to make the world go around. It's not a bad thing.
Are you really singing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory song? What was that?
Oh.
The kids make the world go round. What was that? No,
Oh,
it was
I
I've
haven't
a
forgotten
got a
forever.
little song for you. Oompa,
Oompa,
loompa,
oompa,
doopity.
oopity doo. I love that movie.
Oh,
Oh, Willy Wonka, the biggest pervert in the world.
I
Ladybug, that's
love.
probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me. She said nerds are hot. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Wasn't that the movie Nerds?
Yes, that was a
Revenge of the
nerds.
Nerds.
Revenge
Yeah,
of the
Revenge of
Nerds,
the
yeah.
Nerds. Yeah,
Yeah.
with
Mhm,
Booger.
Who end up being a nerd.
mhm.
Yeah.
I just fix computers for a living, which I don't even do.
You tell
I don't even
people
know
how to
why.
power cycle stuff. Get over
I,
it.
I don't, and it's so funny. It was like him and Anna said it, and it was kind of like, I don't even fix computer. You know, the last time I fixed a computer was Ham Banana's computer, and that was just because I was trying to help the guy. But I don't fix computers. I can't even fix my own computer.
Candyman can. I've seen the movie The Candyman, and he's not doesn't sweeten things with love.
Have you seen the new one, the new Candyman?
No, I have not. No,
The new Candyman is pretty dang scary.
no, I haven't seen that.
And Lizzie was singing the Candyman because the Candyman can something in the world go around. Wasn't that what you were singing, Lizzie?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oompa loompa. Oompa
Oh,
loompa doopity
but I
doo.
thought you said something about making the world go round.
I wasn't singing that.
But you mentioned it, and that's what made me
Wasn't
think
that an
about that
old
song.
Pepsi or Coke commercial that made the world go
That's yeah.
round?
I think it was the Candyman song.
Was it? I'm gonna have to look that
What's
up
that
now.
with the Coke? I'd
I
like
know.
to be the world of us. Yeah, that's Coca-Cola song.
I like to buy the world a Coke
Yeah,
in company.
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
I'd
sure,
like to teach the world to sing and
but I think
burn
it's
it
Candyman.
with love.
I'm gonna say Candyman.
Yeah, that's the Coca-Cola song. And they also done Coca-Cola also sung. There also another one was the first time by Robin Beck.
Mm.
I remember that song. That was a brilliant song.
I don't know who that is.
Robin Beck, she was an American singer. She done the Coke song, first time, first love. Oh, yeah,
OG
it was a
only-
Liz.
Coke advert.
I
I
have
think
no
they're
idea.
both. I think they're both good for their own individual reasons, though.
I don't think I've ever saw the Johnny Depp version.
I knew somebody who was in the Johnny Depp version.
Johnny Depp.
No, 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 no. Oh, Liz. Oh, Liz. It doesn't work well for me. You do it so much better.
What is Laura singing? The hot chocolate song, I believe in miracles. Where are you
I
from?
believe
Oh,
in
I believe in
miracles.
miracles.
Where
Where are
you
you from?
from? You
You
sang,
said
sang.
Spain.
Spain.
Mhm.
I believe. Yeah.
I got it. Now I got it.
That was in the Full Monty. Yep, that was in the movie Full Monty. There.
The visuals in the second one were definitely better. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch the second Johnny Depp. I grew up around the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, it was before my time, but it was just important movie in my childhood, and I just didn't see the Johnny Depp one because I didn't think it needed to be remade. And I guess now I have to just go see it just for the visuals. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. It's like the Rambo movies. I like the first, like, one and two. Three got a bit stupid. Four got a bit
Mm.
stupid. And five got a bit more stupid.
I think it was drinks. I think it was pretty close. I think we all watched it as kids.
Yeah,
The first one, but I don't
the first one.
compare
Yeah.
the movies to each other anymore. I just don't. Just like books, I want the movie to come out before I read a book anymore.
Oh, did you hear
Oh my gosh.
the remaking Beetlejuice?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't
Yeah, the
think it was a
remake.
remake. I thought it was a part two.
Is it part two?
I think it's a part two
I don't know. Hmm.
with her being adult and yeah, I think it's a part
Yeah,
two.
but I want to see the new Flash movie because it got Michael Keaton as Batman again.
Yes, I definitely want to see that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yes.
If you're a big book enthusiast, Lizzie, have you read the book Where the Crawdad Sings?
Probably years ago.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not.
The movie is incredible, and it's a little bit of missing parts of the adaptation of the book, but I'm talking about I have watched that movie maybe 3 times because you just think you're gonna miss something.
I like
No,
movies like that.
I
And it's
have.
very well acted.
I have tried what I've tried reading. Well, I've tried reading some of William Shakespeare's plays.
Mhm.
I can say I don't enjoy William Shakespeare.
You know, Pip was one of my favorite characters as when I was in school.
Pip, isn't that?
Yeah, that's a Shakespeare play. He's in. It's not Macbeth. It's Pip is. Now, see, now you're making me draw a blank. Pip is. Who is Pip from?
So Pip is no, no. You sure it's Shakespeare? Because I'm getting Charles Dickens.
No, I thought Pip is from. Maybe it is Dickens.
I'm
What
thinking,
what is Pip
yeah,
from?
Pip from Charles Dickens. Yeah,
No, 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 no.
The Great Expectations.
Great Expectations. Yes, right.
That's
That's
Charles
Charles Dickens.
Dickens.
Yep, yep, that's right.
That's
Pip is from
Dickens there.
The Great Expectations.
Yes,
Exactly right. Yep,
and
that was
that's
one of my
when
favorite.
yeah, he was his family were poor, and he went to work for the old lady in the house.
Yep, that was a brain fart on me. Yep, that was
Yeah,
me.
I actually studied that for my thing for my history degree.
Laura said Pippi Longstocking. And I didn't see you, Liz. I didn't see you in the chat. And I was still beating myself up in my brain to figure it out before you mentioned it. Before I looked and saw you.
I think when I was younger, it was Debbie Does Dallas.
You say Debbie does Dallas. Stop it. Stop it. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Then we does Dallas and Top Shelf magazines were my publication of the times.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna share this funny story. It might not be funny, but I'm gonna share this story with you. So I grew up in a very religious household, right? And during during the summer, my parents' best friend, who also, were in the same faith as my parents, they would have their sons come and spend a couple of weeks with us in Texas. Well, on the way back home, we were at the airport. He was my best friend too, and he was showing me how, before back then they didn't have covers over the adult magazines. They were just on the top level shelf, and if you could reach it, you can get it, and they didn't have that plastic cover you had to open. So he showed me that if you got a Sports Illustrated magazine and you put a Dirty magazine in between it, and you would just see the outside of ESPN or Sports Illustrated, you could just be flipping through it, and nobody would know you're looking at a Dirty magazine. Man, we were at the airport. My dad walked up and behind us and saw us reading, looking at these dirty magazines, and I'm telling you, it was not a good scene in the airport. It was catastrophic. I mean, it was so bad. My dad got so pissed off. He took me, and this is back way before 9/11, where you can actually go to the gate with your family, sit and watch and wave from the plane and all that kind of stuff. He took me back to the car while my mom and other family members saw his brother off to the airport.
Ow. Ow. All right, guys, look, it's getting late here. It's almost 3:45, coming up 4 now.
Of Mice and Men too, by the way. Just real quick, of Mice and Men, I really love the one with the Little Rascals guy and the what's the guy who played Lenny. I like the original of Mice and Men than I did with the remake with the other people in it.
That's cool, right?
I was just seeing another comment. Some other
Yeah,
people talking about Mice and
that's
Men.
cool.
That's a really good book, by the way, too.
But I'm just going to knock this off there on the head now. But
Okay.
guys, it's been mind blowing for me. So thank you for joining us, and thank
Absolutely.
you
Glad to
all
support you, buddy.
everybody on the chat. Thank you so much too. It means a lot. So cool. Liz, do you mind staying on for a little bit longer? Just have a chat with you in my Discord.
All right, guys. Thank you for having me,
Yeah,
Paul. Good luck. I
you're
really
very
appreciate it
welcome.
being
Yeah,
on
you're always
the time.
welcome up on here, mate. Anytime. You know that.
Oh, absolutely. You know you're
Yeah,
my brother, man. We'll talk soon.
yeah, man. Yeah, talk
Good
soon
night,
too.
Lizzie.
Good night. I'll wait for the thing. Liz, are you there?